It's December 10, 2020. I'm Todd Dunn, and today I am just doing a little bit of a test video. I bought a new video camera, and we're going to see how it works. Basically, what I bought is a GoPro Hero 9, and right now I'm driving out my bumpy road with the GoPro Hero 9 filming at 1080p with stabilization on. So we're going to see how well it gets rid of some of the bumps on the road here and random movements of the truck. So I'll film for a minute or two here, and then we will shut down and do some other tests. Now this is a contrast to the camera I normally use to shoot videos, which is a Nikon digital single lens reflex DSLR, and it is a pretty good camera. As a matter of fact, it's a very good camera for taking normal pictures, and it shoots okay video, but I don't have any way to stabilize it, and that shows in my videos in terms of, you know, walking around and pans and things like that. So what I'm going to do today is shoot a few bits of video in which I am going to walk around, do some pans and things like that, just to see how well this video camera works. Okay, here we go. So as I said, this is just a test of the stabilization to see how well it works compared to my normal driving videos, which are pretty choppy because I'm just hand holding, under most circumstances, the Nikon. Occasionally I set up a tripod on the seat, but I have to hang on to the tripod because it has a tendency to fall over. Right now I have the GoPro clipped to one of the front window shades, sunshades, which is vibrating up and down a little, but it's not too bad. We'll just cruise through. This is the section of Acadia National Park between the Bass Harbor Head Lighthouse and the seawall area, and so we'll see what it looks like when we get over to the seawall area. When we get over there, I'm going to get out and we will look out at the ocean, and I will do a couple of pans just to see how well it works. And as I said, I've had this GoPro since about 4 p.m. yesterday. It's about 11 a.m. now, and I'm basically learning how the thing works. I really don't know much more than how to turn it on and off and make a few quick selections. Yeah, but it seems to be working okay so far, at least from what I can see. I have to get used to the fact that it's tiny. Again, this is a GoPro Hero 9 Black. The camera itself, with a few mounts, cost $300, but in order to get that price, I had to sign up for the GoPro subscription, which cost another $50. I will, however, use that because it does give me discounts on GoPro add-ons, and there are 3 or 4 I want to buy, and the discounts will pretty much pay for the subscription. So we're coming up to the seawall picnic area. I'll just pull in there, and then we will get out of the truck and do a few tests to see how well stabilization works when I'm walking around and panning and that sort of stuff. So some handheld operation of the camera. There's the ocean. It's pretty calm today. I'm just going to pull up onto the gravel off the road here after I go around this little loop at the west end of the seawall picnic area. So there we go. There we are, off the road. So let me stop for a second, then we'll get out and see how it works. Okay, this is video with the GoPro handheld, looking out over the Atlantic Ocean to the south from the seawall picnic area. I'm just going to pan around and see how well it works. And we'll see what this is like when I get home and look at this video. Now let's walk a little. I'm going to get off these rocks so I can walk a little faster. And we'll see what it's going to be like. Here we're looking back into the woods. I'm going to walk over to a picnic bench. So hopefully this stabilization will get rid of a lot of the bumpiness of the shot. It is snowing lightly, but this camera is waterproof, so I don't really mind that. It wasn't supposed to snow today, but it's doing it anyway. The weather has a mind of its own. Okay, we'll walk over to this picnic table, place I like to come in the winter and sit out here, look out at the ocean and have a little snack. Okay, here is a one of the natural seawalls right here, looking over there. And we look out at the ocean. Tide's pretty far out right now. It's calm. My last ocean video was shot just a couple hundred feet from here, and it was definitely not calm then. Okay, so that should give us an idea how well stabilization works here for moving around. So I'm going to head back to the car. We're going to go over to the boat shed and see how well the camera works in low light. Okay, I'm going into the boat shed. This is going to be a test of the low light capabilities of this camera because it's pretty dark in here. As you can see, you can see what's in here, but you can't see a lot of detail, I think. Well, here's Tortuga, where I've been working, and you can see I have gotten all the trim back on and gotten at least the first coat of paint, but now this December it's a little cold to continue painting. I do have a couple things left to put on, and right up there at the aft end of the foredeck I have to put the tow rail back on. I have not done it because it sits on top of the new piece of deck that I put in, and I want to get that deck painted out, and right now it only has 2 coats of paint. So let's walk back here, see how it looks. And the only other piece of wood I have not put back on is the rub strake that goes back here at the aft end of the hull that I took off, and actually you can see the end of it sticking out off the deck. I just haven't put it back on because it's a lot easier to paint back there without it. So anyway, this is just, as I said, a test to see how well the camera works in low light. I am going to take this rub strake home and put a couple of coats of paint on it in the shed. And here's another view showing you what Tortuga looks like today. All right, I think I'm going to climb up and take a look at things from up on deck, and we'll see how that looks. Well, here we are up on the ladder looking at the area of the deck that I rebuilt. And since my last video on this topic, I have fiberglassed it. And as you can see, I faired it out, and I've gotten 2 coats of paint on it. Now before I put the next coat of paint on it, this paint's nice and dry, but it's been on there for about 10 days. But before I put the next coat of paint on there, I do have some pinholes that the paint showed up that I will have to repair. So I will be sanding that out and then patching the pinholes with a little bit of fairing compound. And you can see I've put new trim on, and I had to build new trim here for the deck edge and for that sloped part, which wasn't too hard. I had some mahogany lying around, and the old trim was mahogany, and I just planed and sanded it to shape. But I do have only 1 coat of paint up here. Still feels a little tacky, so I'm not going to put another coat of paint on. I think I am basically done with paint for this season. So what I'm going to do today is just pull the tape, because after all, it is the middle of the winter, and it's pretty cold. Too cold for paint. So I'm going to do a little work, and then we'll move on to the next little bit of this video. All right, I'm at the Manset Town Dock here in Southwest Harbor, and I just wanted to stop here to shoot a sort of landscape view. We're looking over toward the hills of Mount Desert Island. The biggest hill on the right is Cadillac Mountain, and there's the entrance to Somme Sound. And I'll walk across here and we'll look at Southwest Harbor proper. Right now the wind is west. I don't know how well this camera works to cut out wind noise. One of the things I want to do for an upgrade is buy what's called the Media Mod, which does have a wind muff for the microphone. So here is Southwest Harbor. One of the waterfront houses some people are working on. And we'll pan around. And there is a little restaurant, which I think is probably closed for the season now. And the Manset Town Dock parking lot with the floats hauled out. They have left the dinghy dock in here and 1 float. I don't know if they're planning to leave it in all winter or what. And a few ducks. And the larger bird out there a little bit is a loon. That just dove. So there we are, looking out the eastern way over Sutton Island. Okay, let's go into downtown Southwest Harbor. Okay, I'm in downtown Southwest Harbor right now. It's just a little bit after noon, so it's kind of busy. As you can see, there's some traffic and lots of cars parked here. I count 4. So let's walk up and take a little bit closer look at downtown Southwest Harbor. Again, this is more of a test of the GoPro stabilization than anything else. So this is just me walking with the camera. As you can see, it's pretty quiet here today, and this is kind of typical of what it's like here in the off season. So I'm going to walk out into the middle of the street and we'll take a look both ways. Okay, there we go, downtown Southwest Harbor on December 10, 2020. Pan around and look the other way, and a little traffic. So this is what it looks like, and I'm pretty much finished with what I wanted to shoot in this video today. The whole point of this video, let me turn the camera around. The whole point of this video today is really just a test of the GoPro Hero 9. So if you want to think about how well this camera has worked in terms of overall video quality, and whether or not the stabilization worked, and basically just how good is the camera compared to my usual Nikon DSLR. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell. Thanks again for watching.